In today's episode, we're going to be looking at case studies from Meta to understand how companies are utilizing Meta ads to get the best from their paid media and to get the best from their business and revenue. So guys, today we're going to be looking at a range of different case studies from Meta that have been published by Meta, and we're going to be looking at what's worked well for a lot of companies, what this teaches us, how we can apply this to our ads, give my opinion, and of course, ask questions. What's going on, ad gang? It's your boy, Jerry the Ad Wizard, coming back at you with a brand new video. What's really, really important, guys, if you're running Meta ads, you need to know the latest trends and the latest best practices, how other companies are utilizing Meta ads, and what is working for them. So if you're running Meta ads, it's very, very important for you to keep track of what's working for other companies so you can dissect your ads and see if you can have better ad structures, better campaigns, and better messaging hooks, angles, everything else. So guys, grab your coffees and grab your hats. It's time to spin up some ad magic. So guys, we're going to go through Meta's case studies. Okay, so what's really interesting here is that Meta promotes and publishes quite a lot of case studies, which with businesses that it's affiliated or involved with, if they're Meta partners, right, to showcase what kind of technologies are working well for some of these big brands and some of these smaller brands. Now, there's a whole range of different businesses that is covered within this section. If you go to facebook.com/business/success, you will see a whole range of case studies here, and they continue to publish so that you can understand what's working well for other companies, so maybe you can utilize that same technology. Okay, guys, so we're just going to go through basically some of the most interesting case studies that I think are here. We're going to read what's been going on with these companies, what they've done to utilize to get the best from the Meta ads, right? So Fendi, number one. So the first thing to know, I think, is, the Meta Advantage Plus shopping campaigns seem to be absolutely dominating right now, guys. Like if you have an e-com business, or even if you're just testing normal conversion campaigns, if you're not selling something, try Advantage Plus shopping campaign. I swear that this type of campaign just works so well these days, right? What's really interesting is that we also get really, really good results with the Advantage Plus shopping campaign. Across the advertising space, I hear online advertisers talk about their success and their endorsement of Advantage Plus shopping campaigns, guys. So we're going to get into Advantage Plus shopping campaigns a little bit, the results that you can expect to achieve. I reckon that quite a few of these case studies are involving Advantage Plus shopping campaigns because they absolutely dominate right now. So guys, let's have a look. Let's see what Fendi is doing to leverage Advantage Plus shopping campaigns. The best. Okay, so the Italian luxury good, 3 times purchases when running the Advantage Plus shopping campaigns, plus its usual catalog campaign. Okay, so they're pairing the Advantage Plus shopping with a catalog campaign. Okay, so they've built a catalog on Meta ads, and they're promoting that as well, versus just the standalone ads that they normally promote. So here's some of the data that they've had, some of the results that they've received. Okay, so guys, these guys achieved a 65% lower cost per purchase. Amazing. Wow. 3 times higher the purchases with an Advantage Plus shopping campaign, and 60% lower cost per add to cart. Now that's pretty good, guys. I would say. Now, as a caveat to some of these case studies, some of this data is it looks amazing. It looks really, really nice. But we have to remember is that obviously Facebook is reporting on the data that this company has received based on what it normally does in its advertisements. So they could have picked a partner where the ads weren't very good. They said, hey, try these kind of campaigns. And then boom, suddenly they're getting 3 times higher purchases. They're getting 6% less costs on the add to cart. They're looking at very specific data here that paints a very, very good, interesting picture, right? So don't get over convoluted by, okay, I can get 3 times the sales with an Advantage Plus shopping campaign and with a catalog campaign. You could do. It depends where your benchmark is and where you're starting out at. If you're already running some of these things, or you're already running a catalog campaign, you could be already getting some really good results. So introducing an Advantage Plus shopping campaign might not 3x the current results, but it's definitely worth testing if you haven't tried it out already. Okay, these case studies really illustrate is that I wouldn't necessarily say that every business is going to be achieving these same results, but it depends where your starting point is, and it depends what you're aiming towards. Okay, what your what your budget is and things like this. They could be saying, right, we're getting 3 times the number of purchases, but they've tripled their budget. Okay, they've seen something that works and they've tripled the budget, which means 3x the sales. Now, I wouldn't say that's necessarily true, but we have to look at these case studies through a very careful lens, so it doesn't get shrouded by the actual results that you're looking to get that are very, very realistic. So, of course, Facebook's going to paint a very good picture within these case studies. So, just a quote here from Fendi. They say, we successfully tested Advantage Plus shopping campaigns to streamline the number of campaigns with different targeting audiences and give our system more opportunities to reach people who are likely to buy our products, and it worked. Okay, so what they've done here is they created an Advantage Plus shopping campaign, clearly condensed the number of campaigns that they were running, targeting different audiences. Now, we don't know if they split test these different audiences, so there's different audiences in each ad set. My guess, if I was to run this, is probably there may be some splitting in audiences, but Typically, I guess this might be broad. Broad is absolute king right now. If your ad account has data in it already and it's pretty primed, definitely try broad, guys. It's absolutely dominating right now, okay? Don't be niche in your audience targeting. The optimization, guys, for meta ads happens at the campaign level, so stage 1, and at the ad level, so stage 3. The ad set level, where you have your targeting, you have your placements and all those things, this is becoming a lot more erroneous now that we give a lot more AI power to that middle section, so that we can really tailor some creative so the meta can go and find who that's going to resonate most with, okay? So make sure that you're utilizing the technology in meta so you can get the best out of this, okay? Don't forget ad set level, you can kind of leave it pretty much advantage plus, auto, and all those things, and really optimize your creative, be really niche in your messaging with creative, and Facebook's going to find people who are going to resonate with that creative, okay? Versus rather than with you tinkering with the controls and telling the ad AI where to go. This isn't a thing anymore, guys, okay? The results are becoming less and less good with this approach, so in 2024, this is highly what I recommend. Okay, guys, and I just wanted to touch on this because I think it's quite important. Here is I just wanted to show you Fendi's kind of catalog screenshots here, but something that I did want to draw your attention to is this here. Meta Advantage Plus shopping campaigns use AI and machine learning to automate, simplify, and streamline the ad campaign creation, ad setup, and account management, okay? Rather than having to manually set up several different campaigns with a patchwork of targeting, creative, placement, and budgets, advertisers can set up a single Advantage Plus shopping campaign to test up to 150 different combinations and then optimize for the best performing ads, okay? So the Advantage Plus shopping campaign utilizes heavy AI, okay? Heavy AI, guys. These campaigns work really well now. The more leverage that we can give to the AI power, the ad AI, the more we seem to get better results, okay? So this is something really interesting and something that I wanted to bring your attention to because it's getting pushed so much. Well, it's got ad AI technology in it, guys. That's why it's getting pushed so much, okay? So you have to understand that when Meta or Google or any of these big companies use AI in their targeting within their campaign configuration, you're going to get really great results, and it's really interesting to test the different campaign types that are being run. So for example, on Google, we have PMax campaign, aka Performance Max, we have demand gen campaigns, and we have the video views campaigns now that utilize heavy AI within the campaign configurations so that it can find and get better results using that AI technology. So guys, important to understand how Meta and Google and all these other companies are using AI in ad creation and the ad setup. So that's a little bit from Fendi, guys. So I'm going to look at RIU now because this basically talks to that exact point, okay? Here, Meta have created a case study around RIU's sales boost through broader targeting. Again, they're trying to incentivize and trying to demonstrate how companies are utilizing this. So we're going to go through how the results change for them and some things that you can look out for if you were to do broad targeting. So guys, the international hotel chain boosted sales by 15% after broadening their audience. They have a new optimization strategy that they put in as well, but we're going to go through some of the results and see what they did here, guys, because 15% doesn't sound that great, but it depends how much they're spending. It depends how much they're already bringing in, and 50%, if you're spending millions, is a lot of money, right? So we're going to look into the exact results that they got. So 15% lift in purchases, awesome. By broadening its optimization audience. Advantage Plus audience, guys, the AI technology in the audience, okay? We need to look at this. 15% additional sales. If you're spending millions, this is big, okay? This is big. Broaden your audience. Don't niche it down and tell the ad AI, hey, I just want to target these specific people. Meta and Google have all the data, okay? They know way better than you do, okay? So don't think that you're here, you can tell the ad AI where to go and get great results. Just let the ad AI find us great results, right? So we need to give it as much leverage as possible in order to do that. 2% lift in content views, 2 times the increase in reach. That is understandable with a broad audience. Obviously, you're reaching way more people as the ad AI learns and tests and finds other people that resonate with your particular conversion process and your goals. So that is nothing too abnormal. 20% lift in return on ad spend, okay? So ROAS, return on ad spend, they've seen a 20% increase in that. Now, these may be kind of small numbers, you may be thinking, but again, it depends on how much they're spending, okay? If you're an international hotel chain, you're probably spending a lot of money. Now, if I was to go into the ad library of RIU, okay, there would be loads and loads of ads there, I reckon. This is what you have to understand is that these are relatively small numbers on the grand scheme of things, but if you're already starting out on a pretty decent scale, and then to optimize even further, hey, a 15% increase lift through targeting a broader audience is exactly what you need if you're spending a lot of money, right? So really good, great win here for RIU. I think this really speaks to the power of broad targeting. We get great results as well. Actually, it's something that we normally test, interest-based, a few lookalikes, and then broad. But more and more now, broad is just killing it, man. Broad is absolutely winning. So go for broad, guys. Absolutely. Hit up broad. Right. I'm going to go through the quote of RIU just to see what they're saying. So Meta is a key partner for us to drive online sales. See, I told you guys, all these companies are Meta partners, right? Meta works with them in order to get them better results. You can get scaling teams for Meta and for Google, of which I have worked many times with them. Your company is specifically chosen after you're spending a certain amount of money. It's really annoying that they can't tell you exactly how much. When we were chosen for the Google partners, I think it was around 25,000 a month. And then we got our own technical teams. We got our own ad account manager, which are a lot better than just the normal ad account managers. They help you scale your campaigns and help you achieve the returns that you're looking for when you're scaling. Okay, so if you have a startup and you're looking to get an internal team with Google or Facebook, spend money. This is how you get your internal team. Spend more money. You can then leverage the learnings and all of the technical help that you might need, all of the configurations and setups. Actually, if you spend more, you get Google to come and help you with this, okay? Thanks to this change in strategy, we saw an improvement in our metrics. Lovely jubbly, nice and sweet and short. We're just going to read through the approach really quickly to see if there's anything stand out here. So, of course, ad objectives set to sales, definitely appealing to a broader group on Facebook. So they ran some A/B tests to gauge the effectiveness of a new approach. Optimizing ads for sales and for search. Okay, view content and purchases. So really, really interesting. They're using a conversion campaign to get people to the site. So that's to view the page. They're not just using a traffic campaign. They're using a conversion sales campaign to get a page landing view. Okay, the conversion is page landing view. And they're utilizing a purchase campaign. Okay, so they're getting people to the site and then they're utilizing the sales purchase campaign to help drive those conversions coming through, right? So the team showed ads to adults in the US and used Advantage Plus placements. Again, giving a lot of power to the ad AI. Advantage Plus placements, very, very highly recommended. Best content dimensions to use, because if you use Advantage Plus placements, it's going to crop it into loads of different shapes. But there is one size that can satisfy all the shapes in Advantage Plus placements. One size to rule them all, right? So we need to understand what size to utilize in order to harmonize with the ad AI, right? So these guys really leveraged the power of the ad AI, right? They utilized the broad audience and then they utilized Advantage Plus placements. So again, giving a lot of power, a lot of leverage to Meta and the ad AI to find us great results. We're going to go to the next one. Okay, guys, so I just want to give you a little update on Renren Games because they've done something really, really interesting for them app install campaign. So if you have a mobile app and you're looking to get people to install your app, and an app install campaign on Facebook works really, really well, as does the app install campaign on Google, on the Google App Store. So if you have an app, guys, test this as a way to get new customers to come in. If you have an app, try promoting it through the ads campaigns to see what the quality of the new users are like. And what Renren Games here did, again, I want to really draw your attention to and to give homage to, is the fact that they actually built custom product pages for that app, which actually, because they're more tailored, achieved a 2 times higher conversion rate. This really speaks to the power of understanding the customer journey and utilizing and optimizing for the customer journey in its entirety, okay? Meta ads does not stop when somebody clicks on that ad, okay? They go into a landing page, they go into a checkout, they're going to somewhere else, okay? And as much as we optimize for the ads, that we optimize things around the landing page, the messaging, the hooks. When people click on the ad, what are they seeing, okay? If you're targeting somebody really, really specific and you know that a specific message is going to really resonate on the landing page, duplicate that landing page and create separate headlines and customize it more to that person, okay? It's important, guys, to be really, really personalized in who you're targeting and how you're targeting. So yeah, I'm just going to go through and just read some of these findings for you. So 2 times lift in installs with the custom product app store page. Okay, so they've got store pages for each customer now compared to the usual Advantage Plus app campaign. Again, Advantage Plus app campaign utilizing AI technologies within the app campaigns. Really cool, guys. Instead of leading to the default app store page. Okay, so they've got custom pages for each thing. Right, let's read on and find out what they did. Okay, so they experienced some difficulties with their ads, and to address this, the game developer created custom product pages that better match the various ad creative. Okay, so they're harmonizing the ad creative that they're using. They know that if they're really niche in the ad creative, then they're going to bring a certain type of person in. And then what does that certain type of person want to see on the landing page after they click on the ad? Okay, because there's different messaging, different hooks, and different angles that might resonate with different people depending on who's clicking and who's going to the landing page. So what they've identified here is that we need to have the creative and link each creative to a bespoke landing page that is very resonant to that creative. Renren then ran the Advantage Plus app campaigns, directing potential gamers to these custom product pages, which created a more seamless journey for its target audience. This is what I really want to drill home here, guys, is that think about the whole ad journey, okay? From understanding that you've got a problem to understanding that your company has the solution, to starting to click on that ad, to driving traffic to the landing page, to your website, to have the landing page as additional information, to have more context on your landing page, have a super resonant to the creative that pushed them there in the first place, that everything on your landing page is exactly what they need to have a good conversion rate, to have a good experience, to understand your business the best in order to make that decision and go through the checkout process and do everything else. They really focused on their customer journey. They optimized the entirety, gave ad a lot of power, okay? App install campaigns, amazing. And they got some great results, guys. They had broad targeting as well, giving leverage to Meta's AI, and so they delivered the ads to all placements. So really, guys, they're using an AI campaign, the app install campaign. They're using broad targeting. They're using automatic placements. So all of these three things are AI-based. And then they're using hyper-targeted, tailored creative. Then the company conducted an A/B split test to compare the performance Advantage Plus campaigns, app campaigns with the custom product pages against the default app store pages. So again, they're running A/B tests here to see what's working best. That's why I think it's worked really, really well. It drives traffic to a highly relevant niche landing page, and that achieved a 2x result for them in terms of app installs, okay? Giving, again, a lot of power and leverage to the ad AI, and then being super, super niche in the ad creative to go and find, so that Meta will go and find those audiences and find the people that are going to resonate, okay? And then when they do, they click on it, there's a landing page that is really resonant to them as a target market. But guys, before we get anywhere else, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that notification bell. We are here many times a week to bring entrepreneurs, business owners, and online advertisers the best and the most important updates to get the best from their online advertisements, to get the best from their paid media, and to get the best from the online digital marketing strategies. But without further ado, let's get on with the video. Okay, guys, where would we be if we didn't talk about Coca-Cola at some point, right? Coca-Cola, massive ad spend, massive budgets, okay? And we're going to read through a case study of Coca-Cola Middle East, how they leveraged video campaigns in order to achieve certain targets. So I think here they're talking about Saudi Arabia. Yep. To boost brand awareness among Gen Z audiences in Saudi Arabia, the soft drink company ran Instagram video ads using creative specifically built in the language of Reels and saw a 6.3-point lift in overall ad recall. Okay, so what they're doing here is using a brand awareness campaign. Now, some of you guys might know my frustrations with the brand awareness campaign. Between a brand awareness campaign and a reach campaign, not really much difference. I think the measurable impact of brand awareness campaigns, aka ad recall lift, is a very untangible measurement to identify whether or not brand awareness are actually working, I think, right? It's always what they've pegged against for the brand awareness campaign. In my personal opinion, I think brand awareness campaigns, they are great, but the measurement, the attribution at which we're targeting brand awareness campaigns are around ad recall lift, right? So ad recall lift, guys, do you know what ad recall lift is? Ad recall lift is if anybody can recall seeing your ad and what they remembered about it within a 2-day period of seeing your ad. In my opinion, attributive result, because there's some people that spend a lot of time on Facebook and see a lot of different ads. If you ask them, hey, what ad did you remember from 2 days ago? It'll be a lot less than somebody who spends a lot less time on Facebook, for example. So there's a lot of nuances here. With a brand awareness campaign, I think ad recall lift, bit of a interesting measurement. It's not something that I particularly like. I think reach in impressions are good to understand how many impressions, how many people you're reaching and how many impressions it took for somebody to do for the click-through rate. And brand awareness campaigns are typically used as kind of like a billboard on the platform itself. So you're not really driving action. You're just keeping people on platform. And as they're scrolling through their newsfeed, you're showing images and posts and videos on their feed. So it's kind of like a drive-by billboard. So that's something that brand awareness is kind of creating touch points on Meta. As people are scrolling through the feed, they're seeing images, and over again, they're being exposed to this messaging and these images. Now, the ad recall lift on the brand awareness campaign is the arguable thing, but we're going to go into how Coca-Cola did this and the results that they achieved, okay? So typically, I would never recommend normally just running a brand awareness campaign unless you're a multinational corporate brand, really, because brand awareness, as interesting as it is to test this campaign, okay, it's not going to drive a huge amount of results for you, okay? It's not a conversion campaign, it's not a sales campaign, it's not a leads campaign. You really have to focus on what your objective is. For Coca-Cola, they don't need sales, okay? people go and buy Coca-Cola all the time. They need to increase the brand awareness so that when people are online, you're just constantly seeing Coca-Cola everywhere throughout the newsfeed and everywhere else. Okay, so that over and over and over again, they're building those touch points. So when you next go to the shop, you think, Coca-Cola, cool, I'll get one of those. And that's exactly what a brand awareness campaign does. But you have to have quite a lot of demand for this already, I think, and a lot of brand power in order for brand awareness ads to kind of really work and take hold. So I'd love to hear what you think, guys. If you think anything different, hit me in the comments down below. Guys, we're going to go into a little bit of the results that Coca-Cola achieved here. A 6.3 point increase of ad recall lift. Okay, cool. And then specifically, a 19-point ad recall lift on ages among 18 to 24. That's the age that they're targeting. They're looking for Gen Z, and they're seeing a 19-point increase in lift. Now, I think this is slightly tainted data because, as I've said just now, it really depends what your baseline is, okay? 6.3 point ad recall lift overall in ad spend, okay, but what was your original brand awareness budget, okay? Did the brand awareness budget 6x, and now that gives justification why there's a 6.3 point difference in ad recall lift? Or what are some of these things down to, right? Is it down to amazing targeting? Is it down to new campaigns? Is it down to new creatives, etc.? It's because they're hyper niching and targeting the Gen Z audience, which they weren't doing before. So before, if you had a baseline of 1 and you weren't running any ads really to Gen Z in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia, and now suddenly you're creating a campaign that has 6 times the normal budget of a brand awareness campaign that you normally run, of course you're going to see huge results. You're going to see 19-point difference here, guys, right? It depends, again, what the baseline is. So that's why I'm looking through these and giving you a slight caveat to some of this stuff, because I don't think, you have to kind of look and dissect and see what it means. I think it's really interesting that for Coca-Cola, they have a huge budget, but what they're doing is they're targeting niche audiences in brand awareness, and that's still driving really, really good results for them. Let's understand what they did, okay, to see if we can gain any learnings around some of this brand awareness stuff. I might just change my mind about this brand awareness campaign, okay? Right, let's go. So, utilizing video ads, okay, really cool. Brand awareness, video ads, amazing. You're creating touch points on platform. People are just scrolling through. They're not getting them to take action. You're just saturating the touch points so that every single time they load up the app, you are there every time. If you're really clever, you can set the ad frequency at the ad set level so that you're only showing one touch point every day, for example, so that every single day, if you have multiple ad sets, each set to 1 times every 7 days, and you have 7 ad sets in there, then one of those touch points is going to go and get delivered to them every single day, and every single day is going to be different. That's just a little quick tip there, guys. Okay, it's kind of slightly advanced, but if you want to create a different touch point every day, utilize the frequency cap at the ad set level in brand awareness or reach campaigns. This means that they're not always seeing the same ad every single time they log onto the app, which is cool. You're creating different touch points, okay? You want to add different categories of content there. You want to add value. You want testimonials. You want to demonstrate how your product works. You want soft CTAs, all those kind of nice things. What Coca-Cola probably would have done here is that they would have utilized a few different video ads and then just paid so much money to distribute them. So, guys, utilizing video ads on Instagram Reels proved to be a remarkable strategy in effectively engaging Gen Z audiences. So what they've done specifically here, instead of utilizing Advantage Plus placements, is that they're creating Instagram Reel ads. Now, my experience is it can always be a lot more expensive if you're telling Meta, hey, we just want a Reel ad, or hey, we just want a story ad on Instagram. Hey, we just want a feed ad and disregard the stories and Reels, for example, right? This is why it's really, really important to get Advantage Plus placements right, to get that one creative that satisfies all placements correct, so that you can utilize all placements. It's really interesting that they've just really niched this out to be an Instagram Reels campaign. My experience is typically these are a lot more expensive because you're not giving the leverage or the power to the Meta AI. You're telling Meta AI, hey, I just want Reel ads. Okay, cool. We're just going to show these ads to people with Reels. Okay, cool. A lot more expensive, but maybe more effective, right? So it's worth testing. You can see under the breakdown in the ad campaign manager where placements are being shown. And this is important to also take a look at, because you'll find that your ad is probably being shown in Reels and Stories, but probably not as much because it's slightly more expensive to do that. The video might be being cropped and shown in feed, on the shopping and the marketplace and all those kind of extra placements. But yeah, that's just something to bear in mind, guys. And so this approach not only enhanced the ad recall, also generated a substantial increase in audience engagement and campaign metric improvements. Cool. Super vague. Super, super vague. So basically what they're saying is, yeah, we created some video ads. Everybody remembered them. It increased all of the other results that we had on our other campaigns, which, you know, you would probably expect. and they've had an increase in audience engagement. Now, what is that increase in audience engagement? What was their baseline? What do they consider an increase? You can say a 3% increase of people just saying, hey, I love this, hey, I like Coca-Cola, whatever. Is that actually, maybe this is really important to Coca-Cola and they just want online engagement, but what you have to think about as a business owner is, would that engagement actually lead to sales? Would that affect the bottom line of your business? Okay. It's not so much now this view of, oh, we want to create engagement and then people engage with us and that's really, really good. That used to be good. That used to be good many years ago. But now Meta really wants a seamless and nicely curated experience. Yes, ads that drive anger and fear and some of those negative emotions work well, but that doesn't correlate. That engagement, that additional engagement, as you're getting people to engage with something a bit more taboo or a bit more that engagement doesn't increase the bottom line. It doesn't help your sales. It might increase visibility, but is it increasing your sales? My experience is it hasn't really, right? Maybe many years ago it did, but not anymore. We need a seamless ad experience. You want to build a community, target the highly niche people. Don't worry about targeting people that don't care about your product, are just going to leave negative reviews. Yes, it's interesting to play in on those negative reviews. You can add it in your ad creatives. You can talk about it in your content, etc., and address some of those issues. But it's not going to drive any value to the bottom line. It's not going to drive any value to the business. It's not going to grow your business at all. Okay, finding highly relevant people that are going to take action is going to drive value for your business. Okay, people who aren't interested and are venting on your ad, telling you how crap your ad is, okay, isn't going to drive any revenue at all to your bottom line. And they say, obviously, they're committed now to implementing Reels in future campaigns. I'm going to link it again, guys, just in case you want to see it. I've made a video called One Size to Rule Them All, where I talk about the perfect meta ad size, okay, that satisfies all placements, Reels, stories, feeds, everything, okay? It's really, really important that we just utilize one ad creative that satisfies all those placements, because if you segment them, like Coca-Cola clearly have done here, we find great results in the Reels. Oh, we've never tried the Reels. Why have you not tried Reels? Use Reels in future campaigns. You should be using Reel in your campaigns now. Crazy, right? Coca-Cola, big multinational corporate company. Who is your ad agency? Right. Anyway, let's see what Coca-Cola Middle East did. Okay, so what kind of video ads? Because here we can see a really nice demonstration of the real ad, what Coca-Cola did. Okay, some nice flashing text over the time, people having a good time, people in festivals, all those kind of nice things, creating good vibes, okay, creating a good emotional appeal that people say, yeah, and having other people taste the product, drink the product, enjoy the product, lovely jubbly. If you're exposed to this every day when you log on to Meta, multiple times a day, okay, you're going to have that affiliation of, oh, Coca-Cola equals happy vibes. I want happy vibes, okay? And then when you go to the shop next time, you see a Coca-Cola on the side and you say, do you know what? I want some happy vibes, right? So that's why brand awareness is really, really good. If you already have the demand there, you already have the brand awareness, like a company like Coca-Cola already has, is the most well-known brand in the entire world, I would argue. So to attract Gen Z audiences, the Coca-Cola company decided to run an ad campaign on Instagram. Okay, so really specifically just on Instagram and Reels. Okay, so they're not using Advantage Plus placements. They're saying, hey, we just want Instagram ads, and from those Instagram ads, we just want Reels. Okay, interesting. You're going to get really select results from this. I would have cropped this video so it was applicable across all placements, stuck on Advantage Plus placements, and just have them saturated everywhere. There might be a reason that they're specifically using Reels, because they know that there's an immersive experience with Reels, and there is argument to be made here that within a Reels ad, it is an immersive experience, and maybe they want to test that immersiveness of the Coca-Cola brand as somebody swiping through. So they've identified Instagram because the platform where the young adults hang around, they spend most of their time, cool. To ensure strong results, the team selected a multi-objective strategy that layered the awareness objective alongside traffic objective to drive traffic to the brand's website. Okay, cool. Actually, a little bit more than what I originally thought. So brand awareness coupled with traffic, like I said in one of the previous case studies, traffic campaigns are kind of dead as well. If you want to drive valuable traffic to your website, don't use a traffic campaign. Use a conversion campaign with a conversion set to page view. This tells Meta that it's not just driving traffic. With a traffic campaign, people can bounce off so quickly. It could be like they'll click on it, it doesn't load, and they'll leave. Whereas a conversion campaign that is set to a page view conversion, okay, means that the conversion happens when somebody visits that page. When the meta pixel fires on a page view, that is a conversion. Okay, that's a lot more robust traffic campaign than a traffic campaign. Okay, so that's another quick little tip there, is that I would recommend utilizing conversion page view campaigns versus just traffic campaigns. But let's find out what Coca-Cola did Okay, so to gain the greatest impact, the brand decided to test video ads in a full-screen vertical reels placement for the first time. Wow, for the first time! Wow. Okay, but they're specifically looking for reel ads here. For the first time is crazy, though. We've been using reel ads for a long time, and if you're using Advantage Plus placements, reel ads get tapped into. So the Coca company carefully followed Meta's best practices for building creative in the language of reels. Okay, as we can see here, nice, cool vibes, videos, shots, clips, text going over the top, creating that emotional appeal to Coca-Cola, having good vibes. They found that the language of reels was entertaining, easy to understand, rewarding to watch, relatable for the intended audience, unpolished and spontaneous. I think unpolished and spontaneous is something definitely to be tapping into. I don't think this is too unpolished. I think it is a little bit unpolished, but it kind of looks like it's been filmed on a phone a little bit, I suppose, kind of chopped up a little bit there. High energy videos that showing young people enjoying Coca-Cola products while traveling, attending live music videos, and enjoying other music experiences. The ad included a Learn More button that links to a page on Coca-Cola's website with information on Coke Studio, a music platform and network of experiences that uses music to bring Gen Z adults of all kinds together. So they're actually utilizing a landing page to do with music. They're driving traffic to that page for a chance to win tickets here to music festivals sponsored by Coca-Cola. Okay, cool, nice. Don't think there's anything here to stand out, but it's interesting how they have been utilizing this 6.3 point ad recall lift. There is definitely merit to say that in these immersive, you get a lot more kind of drawn into the experience as you're flicking through, as it's being delivered to you. You're really in the ad. Okay, so they're seeing some interesting results here. I would caveat it with all of my caveats that I just went through. Okay, so guys, we're going to go into one more. The amount. Okay, I just want to draw attention again to Meta's Advantage Plus shopping campaigns. A lot of these case studies are talking about the great effects that they're having with Advantage Plus shopping campaigns, okay? So like I said right at the beginning, ad managers talking about this like crazy. They are saying that they're getting really, really great results. Brands are saying they're getting really, really great results with Advantage Plus shopping campaigns. Now, typically, this is coupled with another type of campaign, so test that a little bit. But I think that's something also to really, really pay attention to. If you haven't or not trying that already, definitely test out Advantage Plus shopping campaigns in your ad configuration setups, okay? Check out this website. I'm going to stick the link down below. It's facebook.com/business/success. They update this very regularly to give you some understandings as to what is working well for other businesses and other brands out there so that you can go and utilize that learning for yourself and go and implement some of those in your ads. So, guys, hopefully that was useful to you. And that's it for today. And that's it today, guys. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Hopefully that was useful to you. Looking through Meta's case studies is really, really important if you're running Meta ads to see what's working well for other businesses. But don't forget, these are case studies that have been published by Meta, so they're very selective. They paint a great picture for Meta technologies and can sometimes paint a really, really rosy picture. But it's important to understand what is working well for other companies so that we can leverage those technologies and try and test it out in our ad setup to see if we can get good results as well. So guys, hopefully that was useful to you. If you'd like to understand how to utilize Meta's conversion API and Meta's ad AI, the best of your ability in your Meta ad setup, click this video up here. I'm Jerry the Ad Wizard. You can follow me at Jerry Griffiths on LinkedIn and at Jerry Dreadlocks everywhere else. I'm Jerry the Ad Wizard, and wherever you are in the world, I bid you peace, love, a wonderful rest of your day. And of course, I will catch you in the next one.